Okay, it's going to be a quick and dirty explanation on how to get the ROM 2.4 running on a Windows machine. Generally speaking, the hardest part of this has always been to, you basically need to recompile ROM in a Visual C++ setting for Windows. Um, Luckily, that's already been done by someone on SourceForge who's created a package called StarterMud. This has also been done with ROT, the ROMs of Thoth. I think that one came after ROM 2.4. But basically, it's real simple. There are two tools you're going to need. First one is called Cygwin. This is basically a Linux emulator in Windows. Basically, easiest way, just search Cygwin on Google. It's the first one that'll come up. You're going to click the Install Cygwin button. Run setup x86 64. I'm not going to do this part because I've already done it. Essentially, it's like any other installer. Just click your way through. Don't worry about any of the settings but the defaults. It won't install anything malicious on your computer. But what the end result will be is in your C drive, it will install Cygwin 64. The home directory inside here is going to be basically like your Linux desktop. So anything you download for specifically Linux, you want to put into this folder. I've already downloaded StarterMud v4. What you're going to want to do to get that is in Google, StarterMud. Would be the first result. Now there's two packages you want to download for this. The first one is the main package here. When you click download, it's just going to download it. This is going to be a package that includes, I'm not sure all of what, but one of the, there's apparently a scripting program called Game Monkey scripting language in here. It's supposedly a lot like C++ rather than other scripting languages. It's based on or inspired by Lua, I guess. I haven't read a lot about it, but download this one. You're going to want to put it in here. That's this GM source file. Like I said, I don't know what all it does, but it is useful for this StarterMud package. Download that. It'll come in a zip file. We'll go ahead and download this, though I've already done it, just so you can see it. You open up that source file and pull it into your home directory, just your Linux home directory, that is. Then you're going to go back twice. Oops. Go to Files here. This is where you're going to choose which precompiled code base you want. The one you're going to want more than likely is the StarterMud version of ROM 2.4 build 6, which is the most recent one. This 9/23/2013 one is probably the simplest. I'm not sure what this text file is, probably just basic information, but you're going to download the zip file just like normal. And it's going to result in this StarterMud v4 folder. Now, from here, you've got everything installed properly. You're going to go back this Cygwin 64. You're going to run your Cygwin You're going to run your Cygwin terminal. Why are we asking for this to open? 1 second. There we go. You're going to run your Cygwin terminal. This is basically your Linux desktop. I'm not super up to date on Linux commands. I haven't used it in a while, but dir is a standard thing. You've got your GM source, you've got your StarterMud v4. To get into the StarterMud v4, you're going to type cd StarterMud v4. Now you're in the StarterMud v4 folder. Now you want to run your mud. And that is in the area folder. So cd area. These are all the area files. You can manually edit these. They're basically just text files. If you want to, well, first things first, let's get the mud started. You're going to use this startrombat.bat file, and you're just going to do it like you would in DOS. Run startrom.bat. Now, seems like it did nothing. However, run your chosen mud client. I don't recommend Mudlet, but I haven't paid for Zmud on this computer, and that's free. So, how do you figure out where your mud is running? Well, it's running on port 4000 because that's the default for ROM 2.4. Now to find out where it's running, I'm going to type in, what is my IP address? If you don't already know offhand what your IP address is. Going to select it, Control C, you're going to put it in here, Control V, connect. There you go, you're on your MUD. It's running from Windows and will continue to run until you shut it down. It comes with one default player. You can create a player like you would normally, but to have an immortal player, you would type in admin, password admin, and you are now online. WizHelp give you the list of commands for immortals. Commands gives you the list of commands for regular players, and it's a lot like a basic MUD at this point, and is now running until you decide to stop it. Now there are a couple ways to stop it. I believe shutdown is a command in here. Yep, there we go. We shut down by admin. And it should show you on here. No, it didn't. But let's go ahead and run start rom.bat. Again, show you the other way. If you want to shut it down from Windows, one easy way is to bring up your task manager, Control Shift Escape. You're going to see in your background processes a process called ROM 32-bit. If you kill that, it will also kill the server. Now, as far as editing things is concerned, I believe this version comes with the online creation on it already. I don't know exactly how to use that, but it should be in that WizHelp command. But it's been a few years, but it's pretty simple. Now, let's see. Okay, as far as editing files, you're going to go into your starter MUD v4. Areas are very simple. You're going to open them up in a notepad file. These are the default areas that you can edit with the OLC. You can also edit them in files here. Yeah, basically you're up and running with a real basic MUD server with very little work that way. If you have any questions, I will probably look into this a little more in the next few days, but it is currently 2 in the morning and I'm going to bed for now. So yeah, there you have it.